So we're in the UK. My first ever trip over to England, and I think it's been a success, to be honest. We're finishing up now our 4-day experience with a tour around Algarrobo. We brought the boys down last night. They got to see a live Premier League game against Manchester United, and then we're now getting to see the stadium where the Manchester United players and Norwich players were playing last night. So unbelievable experience. Yeah, I think it's gone as well as it could have. We have to review it now, and I mean you can always do better. But for a first hit out, I think we've done a sterling effort, and I can't thank the staff enough. From the media guys to Juan Carlos, Ryan. Has been absolute trooper. I think everyone's really dug in, and it shows kind of what this project's about. That it's not just the glitz and glamour, but we've got people that are really here for the cause and just to do the best for the players.
The best thing probably about the academy is just being able to meet different footballers from around the world and play against the big teams that you wouldn't get to in Australia.
The coaches here are absolutely amazing. They help me in everything, teach me the moves, runs, the passes, what to do and what not to do, and to be honest, I've become such a better player since I've arrived.
If I had to describe football in one word, I would choose magical. It's just a sport that I couldn't describe how much it means to me, and everything revolves around it. And it's just all I have, and it's all I'm gonna have, and it's all I'll do for the rest of my life.
I would say life, because I feel like my life moves around football, and it's just, I'm always watching football, I'm always playing football, and I always have it on my mind.
Probably a dream, God's given me the ability to play, so I'm enjoying it. I have to keep working hard, training, and I'll see where it takes me.
I play football because I love it, I just love playing. I love the game, especially Spanish football.
For me, it's my life.
Hello and welcome here to what is a cloudy day on the Costa del Sol today in Spain. We are coming to you live from Algarrobo, about a 20-minute drive from our home base in Almun, bringing you the FC Malaga City under-21s versus a UD Algarrobo juvenil side. So without further ado, as the teams are already out on the pitch, we will flash the lineup graphic right now. And with no further delay, it is up on the screen. So today, we have in goal number 1, Musa. At right back number 5, Nick Filipovic, with a combination of Essien and Sanjar holding down the center back roles. Jonathan Camas playing left back with a midfield of Russell, Kurt, and Ali Putra. And the front three consist of Diego, Kemet Page, and the Brazilian Rafa. So, as you will see when the graphic gets removed, we have none other than our very own Alvaro Arias as referee today. The referee could not make an appearance so far. We have Alvaro on the pitch today with the whistle. So, as always does happen here, the technical difficulties have sorted themselves out. We've got the new microphone wire in place. Hopefully you can hear my lovely voice a bit clearer now. As we await kickoff, I've got the seal of approval from the producer next to me. Looks like we are just about getting ready to get underway. See there in the shop, Florencia Buzzo, none other than our finest photographer here at FC Malaga City Academy, taking the photo of the home side, just to get them underway. A nice little picture for their social media. Good moment. We're always willing to share them. Of course, when you have one as talented as Floor, you want to just You want to use it as much as possible. All those fantastic pictures you see plastered all over social media of the FC at Malaga City and see the Almun Ecar City sides are courtesy of the blonde photographer there you can see in your shot, Florencia Buzzo. Captain Ali Pucha today at the center circle with what appears to be a new referee coming in. He's made his way here. Could be someone local, but there's Ali with the ref. Looks very proud to have the captain's armband. Of course, Ali Pucha, a veteran here of FC Malaga City Academy, was here last year as well. Stayed all through the summer because he could not get enough. Not because of COVID or anything. So as Flora leaves the pitch, Putra is over the ball, ready to get us underway, but we've got a nice little fake out as number 7, Rafa, goes to referee ready. All the players are ready. And with that, the whistle blows, and we are underway here in Algarrobo. And we are not underway here in Algarrobo. So the coin toss has been changed, a last-minute addition as we were waiting for the keeper. So managed to fool the cameraman, the director, and the commentator. So now we are ready to get underway. The referee seems happier with the way the teams are orientated. Rafa stands over the ball yet again. And after the first fake out, we look ready to get going right about now. This time Rafa over the ball, looks to get us underway as soon as the referee will allow. Checks the one keeper, second keeper, and it looks like now we're actually officially underway. So this time, fully welcome to Algarrobo, and we are now ready to get going as early pressure from Kurt leads to an Algarrobo throw-in deep in their own half. So despite all the excitement of when we're starting, when we're not, we are now officially underway. An overcast day, so a bit rare here in the southern part of Spain. But the throw-in is headed down the line, kept in play. Algarrobo will look to clear, but it's recollected there by number 7. I believe that's Diego in the corner and out for a throw-in. We are now back. Throw-in resulted in the ball down the right wing to the feet of Diego. Diego will go all the way back to number 23. That's Sanjar, one of the new signings for this FCMC under-21 side. Referee has his arm up and blows the whistle for an offside on right back Nick Filipovic. So Alvaro Arias asking for his team to switch the play, but it will be a free kick here for Algarrobo. Throw in for Algarrobo on the far side. Taken down the line. Putra and Diego closing down. Algarrobo looks to switch the play through the number 14 and then through the center backs. Good little tidy bit of possession there for the home side. Play into the side. Defensive work for Camas and Page to do. Ball in behind Camas. Center back covering for the number 4. That's Essien. Essien does incredibly well to shield the ball out, but looks like concedes a corner in the process. No, referee initially pointed to the corner, but Sangara has just grabbed the ball, taking it as a goal kick. So Moussa Sangara, the Frenchman in goal, we've last seen him in action last week, I believe, for another U21 match. That was in Villanueva del Rosario. So we brought you that game in what turned out to be a tough loss for this 21 sides, but they've been back on the training pitch since and gotten quite a few games. As Rafa looks to cut inside, maybe get a shot away. Defended, but ball breaks to Page. Back to the feet of number 12, that's Kurt. Kurt now keeps possession. Then ball swung into the box. Keeper off his line. Punches unconvincingly. Will it fall to Putra? Hooked clear by Algarrobo, but only as far as the advancing Camas, who him and Page. Camas takes a bit of a knock to his head there. Some concern being showed by the home side as it looks like Camas remains down. So Page saying his apologies. Camas is up and looks to have shaken off that knock. Didn't seem to be too bad, but Kemet Page is a player I would not like to run into. Bigger body there, very strong for being only 19 years old. So Page not exactly the person that is first on my list to get run into by. But Camas back underway. Long ball over the top, cleared away by Essien. On the far side, Diego and Putra neither win the header, but the ball falls to the feet of Filipovic. Filipovic plays back to Sanjar and looks over the top for Diego, but too far out for an Algarrobo throw-in. Recollected in the midfield by Russell, played into the feet of Kurt. Page in space on the left-hand side. Kurt chooses to find him with a brilliant sprayed long ball. Page inside. Let's see if he can cut into the byline. Does. Delivers a dangerous ball. Cleared by Algarrobo. Almost out of the stadium. Looks like he did clear the stadium. So big clearance. Camas asking for a new ball. But I believe it's a corner here for FCMC. Yeah, looks like Diego over to take the corner. So good first chance can be created here. Good work down the left-hand side from Kevin Page. Did well to get to the byline, try to square across. And only a good defensive interception allowed the clearance. Referee does indeed signal for a corner. Fooled Camas. But Diego over the ball now. This should be a right-footed in-swinger. Let's look for the big head of Kurt and Russell there in the box. Let's see what they can do. Ball swung in. Keeper flaps at it. Headed down. The shot from Sanjar bounces to the edge of the area. Kurt just can't recollect it. Ultimately cleared. Filipovic keeps it in play. Russell switches play on the left side, but intercepted. The pass was intended for Diego. Diego tracking back and sized the player down on the counterattack. Apologizes quickly to number 20. Real match, that is 100% a stone-cold yellow card. But let's have another look at that chance fashion from the corner. Algarrobo will get us underway quickly, but choose to possess, so you're not missing anything there. Let's have another look at that chance. Lovely little dog in the background, has to be said. But ball swung in from Diego. The goalkeeper kind of came and flapped at it. Rafa couldn't get a clean strike on it. Ultimately cleared away by Algarrobo. Back to live shots now. Ball cleared by Kurt, out for a throw-in for the home side. Long ball from Kurt over the top, just too far for Ali Putra, as the goalkeeper will get us going underway through the right center back. Page in no man's land. Long ball over the top, misplayed by Essien. Chance here for the home side to break in early. Big touch from the striker allows Sangares to come off his line quite easily and claim not under too much pressure. Decides to settle the team down. But good aggressive goalkeeping there for Sangares. Alive to the mistake by Essien. Quickly off the line to smother that attack before they could get a shot away. Kurt in the midfield now. Lovely little through ball to Page. Rafa in behind. Page chooses to find him on the left-hand side. Rafa now a lovely little turn. He cuts inside. Can he finish? Oh, but he just overruns the ball. Manages to keep possession. Looks to go back to Page. Intercepted and ultimately cleared up the line. Ball bounces in the center of the park. Stepped in by Sanjar. Camas to Russell. Back to Camas. Camas finds Page in space. Kevin Page finding a bit of joy down that left-hand side in these early stages. This time a bit too much dribbling. Ball is cleared to the center of the park, only as far as Sanjar. Sanjar with Filipovic to aim for on the right-hand side. Does well to find him. The Canadian right back slips in Diego down the right-hand side. Back to Filipovic. Filipovic gets played around, but recollected there by Russell. Ball swung into the area. Looking for Page arriving at the back post. The defender, not knowing what was behind him, can only clear out for a corner. So more good pressure from this FCMC under-21 side. Some nice play down the right wing by Filipovic, and then that ball swung in by Putra, defended away for a corner. So Diego over to take. We fashioned a half chance from the first one. Let's see what we can find on the second. Diego, another right-footed in-swinger there. Into the area, another great ball. Header at the back post, knotted down. The shot comes in from Russell. It's saved. The rebound, the sliding attempt. Who was that at the back post? I believe that was Rafa at the back post with the second attempt. Saved again by the goalkeeper. So set pieces proving to be some good chances here for FCMC in these early stages. We'll have another look at that just as soon as we can. Long ball over the top will go through to Essien, who instead of choosing to go short to Sangare, clears up the pitch. But it's a ball for Diego to chase now. Diego does well to recollect it. Rafa in the box. Can he find him? The cross in. And there is Rafa. Oh, the back-heeled flick just into the hands of the keeper. Ball behind him. Tried to get what looks like a scorpion kick on it. Would have been an incredible finish. See the wry smile on the face of the Brazilian there. Would have been a great finish. But chances coming here for FCMC as Algarrobo can't get out of their own half. Now comes Kurt down the left wing. Sheds off the tug of his shirt. Now isolated against 2. Takes it to the byline, still under the challenge of 2. Ball stays in bounds. A long leg of Kurt wins it back for himself. Some really good work from the number 12. Ball played into the center of the area. Defended away only as far as Page. Camas now. Ball ultimately bounces through eventually to the keeper. Referee says play on. Rafa looks to recollect. Does so. Kurt now. Swings an out-swinging ball into the area. Cleared away. Russell on the ball. Cuts to his left. Looks to keep possession. Finds the feet of Camas. Kurt in space if he can find him. Chooses to keep it simple to Russell. So really good composed possession there from Russell in the center. Instead of forcing the ball back forwards, decides to keep possession. And now Camas. Russell again. There's that number 15. He's been a very influential figure so far. Switches the ball to Filipovic. Filipovic to Diego. Back to Filipovic. Russell on the ball yet again. So finding some joy in the center of the park. Doing really well just to put his foot on the ball and keep possession. Sanjar looks to go long to Diego. Diego looked to be in a bit of space, but referee whistles for offsides. So I do believe we've got some replays to unpack. This is that ball into the feet of Diego. Yeah, actually, you know what? Looks like you did just drift offside. So good call from the referee. And I believe we've got a replay of the chances. Algarrobo keep possession. So let's have another look at that if it's up. But FCMC look to break now. Rafa in some space. Outside of the football, flicked into the middle, but easy for the keeper to claim. So let's have a look first at the chance from the corner. Corner was swung in from Diego. Goalkeeper stayed home this time. The header by Rafa was knocked down. The shot from Russell was saved. And then the follow-up, tell you what, the follow-up was going in from Rafa at the near post. Keeper did well to smother. And then here's that second chance. So we're right, we do have replays galore. Diego just did well to recover against the number 21. Cut towards the byline, swung it in dangerously, and that back-heeled flick from Rafa just missed the trailing leg. Back to live shots now as Camas finds the feet of Page on the near side. Putra now back on the ball. Infield to Kurt. Tries to find Putra on the return, but just too far away from him. Rafa does well to force the Algarrobo player into a longer clearance. Recollected by Jonathan Camas. Chooses to try to find Kurt in the middle. Ball cleared ultimately by Algarrobo up to Essien. In fact, Sangare will come out of his goal and take it. We do apologize, of course, for the obstruction of the light post, but there's not too much we can do about that. Of course, the X-ray vision on the cameras has not yet been invested in, or has that technology been invented, but we see Putra break in behind here after a long ball from Camas. Putra's first touch just betrays him a bit, but nevertheless, yet another corner for FCMC. We'll have another look at that. There's that long ball over the top from Putra. 26 does well to clear, but Diego will jog over to take the third corner in succession for FCMC. Diego over it now. So let's see what we can fashion now. Kemet, Page, and Kurt lingering dangerously around the edge of the area. Ball swung in towards the keeper again, but no one arriving for FCMC. An absolutely brilliant ball from Diego right into the most dangerous area on the pitch, just outside the keeper's 6-yard box. Can't come out for it, but no one was there for FCMC. Rafa stood there. Looks like he could have taken a step in and maybe had a free header to himself, but just chose to possibly be waiting for a punch. Not too sure what the thought process was there, but a brilliant ball nevertheless from Diego. As there we see Kurt commit a foul from behind. But great service from Diego right into that, what we call as goalkeepers, the corridor of uncertainty, where you're not totally sure about coming out for it, you're not totally sure whether you should stay on your line, and it's really just an indecisive spot for the goalkeeper. So as soon as you can get a ball in that area as the attacking side, the chances will come. So if Diego continues like he has been from those corners, a goal will come from a set piece today. Algarrobo go long over the top. Good defensive work by Essien. Comes to the near side, finds the feet of Camas. Really good defensive play there from the Nigerian center back. Camas looks in field for Putra. Putra one touch out to Page. Lovely stuff here from FCMC. Page isolated in space, has Putra in field. Page chooses to continue towards the byline. The defender from Atlanta, Georgia, cycles back to Page. The Malaysian cuts inside, defended away for an FCMC throw-in. The lovely play there. Some slick one-touch passing in the middle of the park to find Page in space on the outside. So really positive signs here for Alvaro Arias' under-21s. Russell first time knocked down to Page. Or that's Putra, excuse me. Putra looks to go long. Over the top, Diego brings it down brilliantly. Can he get a shot away? He can, and it's in! It's 1-0 to Malaga. In the 14th minute, Diego, after a long ball from Ali Putra, brings down brilliantly off his chest, fires into the far corner, and all of a sudden, the pressure tells, and it's 1-0 to Malaga. Let's have another look at that. So the throw-in quickly from Camas, found the feet of Putra, sprays a lovely ball out to the chest of Diego, cuts inside the second defender, rifles it into the far corner, makes no mistake with the finish. So initially on the delivery was Diego. This time pops up on the score sheet to make it 1-0 Malaga in the first quarter of an hour here in Algarrobo. So fantastic start, and the pressure really does tell now. FCMC have dominated proceedings thus far. Diego makes no mistake with his finish as FCMC look for more. Kurt with the ball to Page. Page with a step on his defender. Lovely little step over, cuts toward the byline. Can he deliver a ball? Defended away. Corner for Malaga. The pressure continues here. Let's see if Diego can now add an assist to his goal tally so far. This will be definitely another dangerous right-footed ball swung in. So Diego swung in this time. This ball a bit further away from the goal, recollected by Kurt at the edge of the area. Nifty little feet from the big man. Takes the shot, flies over the bar, but great feet from a player of that size. Of course, having spoken to George Jeremy about this player, Kurt, yesterday, has been impressed by him so far. And this game, no exceptions. Nifty little footwork there from the big man. Does well just to drag away. Lovely little back-heeled turn. Drags the ball away from two defenders and gets the shot away. Some brilliant work there by the midfielder. So that being the fourth corner from Malaga, some really positive attacking signs. The defense is yet to be tested. Long ball over the top from Kurt. Goalkeeper and center back miscommunicate. Ball cleared out for an FCMC throw-in. So didn't really hear a shot from the goalkeeper there. Ball and defender didn't know what was behind him, so had to clear. Throw in for Malaga on the near side. Camas into the chest of Kurt. Kurt does well to shed a defender. And there you see the corner graphic pop up. So some new direction coming in. The statistics graphic pops up. Now 5 corners for Malaga, none for Algarrobo. So we see we get those stats graphics. So now maybe what I do say about having a statistician may be accurate. We've got Mark Bridle on production with me today, popping up the graphics. Is that long ball swung in from Kurt towards the second post. The shot came in from Rafa, but he was whistled for an offsides. Missed the shot, so no harm done. But let's have another look to see if he was offsides. Pretty clearly offsides there. Looks about 2 yards between him and the final defender. Can't really see too much red behind him. So drifted into the offsides position. Kurt brings down well in the midfield. Lovely touch again from the big number 12. Essien now drives in, plays Russell. Russell has Diego and Putra on the right side, chooses to go to Sanjar. Sanjar into the feet of Essien. Essien likes what he sees long, looks for the run of Diego. Ball just under hit and headed clear by Algarrobo. Well, the long ball is on here for FCMC. There's so much space in front of them. Have to imagine the coaching staff would want them to play a bit shorter as there's time and space to be had in the center of the park. Foul committed there by the number 8 Putra. Helps the number 7 feet. Algarrobo get us back underway quickly. Long ball over the top, work for Essien and Sanjar to do. Sanjar's first head to it. Can Essien clear on the second attempt? Tim and Filipovic collide, but Sanjar clears while Sangare dives to the feet. I do believe I heard Sangare's shout there. French goalkeeper not happy with the center back. Have to say, as a goalkeeper, that is Sangare's ball all day long. He was quickly off his line to claim, but Sanjar must just not have heard the shout, and now it's a corner for Algarrobo. So one defensive miscommunication there suddenly leads to a chance for the home side.
Everyone strong! Man marking! Number 5 is alone!
Chance here for Algarrobo. Corner swung in towards the near post. Bounces. First headed clear by Essien. Followed clear by Diego. Putra will try to track it down, but the ball runs out for an Algarrobo throw-in. So the first defensive action was a success for Malaga there. Not the best ball into the box, but Essien still with the defensive work to do and did it well. Throw in, tries to go over the head of Kamas, headed down to the feet of Kurt. Kurt recollects, has Page on the outside, but chooses instead to go to Rafa. Rafa wisely lets the ball run. Can he get past the defender? Tries to cut back. May have had him for pace down the line, but looked to cut back. So, my opinion, maybe tried to cut back there onto his favored right foot and maybe drive towards the box more dangerously instead of trying to play a ball across with the left. But nevertheless, throw in for Malaga deep in the Algarrobo half. Kamas now. So, of course, the last time we did have a throw-in in this area, ball went into the feet of Putra, was switched for a goal. Putra on it again. Algarrobo tried to clear away. Putra manages to get a toe in. Just puts the defender off, throw-in for Malaga. Putra on it again quickly. Plays infield for Russell. Russell in space, has Filipovic, chooses to turn back to Putra. Putra near the edge of the area. Him and Kurt attempt to play a 1-2, but just a bit of miscommunication. Putra a bit slow on that second attempt. Recollected by Sanjar. Russell. Filipovic. Filipovic for Diego, the goal scorer. Sanjar infield to Russell. Some good 1-2 touch passing being played again by FCMC. Really positive signs to take for this team. Spent a lot of time on the training pitch this past week working on this brief little interplay in the midfield and keeping possession along the back line. Another touch for Sangare to Essien. Has Page infield, chooses to go to Russell instead. Looking for Kamas on the left-hand side, but ball just too heavy for the on-rushing Malaga left back. Algarrobo keep possession down the left-hand side. Ball stays in play. All of a sudden, number 7 finds himself in a bit of space. Ball played inside of Filipovic. Defensive work for him to do. Sangare quickly off his line. Hesitates for a second, but then recollects just out of the reach of the striker. So good play again there from French goalkeeper Moussa Sangare. Just timing his moment correctly to win the ball before the striker can get that second touch around him and possibly begin to cause some problems. So well done, Moussa Sangare. And Jonathan to Russell. Russell to Kurt, the big left-footed midfielder, turns dangerously, has Page on the left-hand side. Him and Kamas too near each other. Page finds himself a window of space. Putra in the midfield, chips behind for Diego. Can he get there? Referee whistles for offside. The hypothetical flag is up on Diego for the second time today. So there's that clipped ball in from Putra. Lovely little technique on that. Just tries to spin that ball backwards. Looking for Diego, but he had drifted about a yard offsides. Back underway. Backtracking Diego tries to win the ball. Algarrobo do well to recover. Kamas with a hooked right-footed clearance will fall to the feet of Page on the near side. Page does well. Keeps it in play. Putra tries to play a 1-2 with the big man from Atlanta, Georgia, but Page gets a toe in and wins it back to Russell, to Kamas, and Essien now. Essien steps in, looks to keep possession, does so through Russell. Russell turns out, a long ball over the top looking for Diego. Diego ball runs out of play on Diego. Goal kick for Algarrobo. Let's have another look at that. So the long ball there from Russell. Ball skims just too much off the turf, about a yard too far for Diego, and into one of the vestuarios, or locker rooms behind the pitch. We are back underway. Page, now Putra. Putra finds Kamas on the overlap. Has Page behind him. Little step back, manages to win a throw-in. Instructions being barked out from Alvaro Arias, just really focusing on that defensive shape. Ball into the area from Kamas is tame, cut out by Algarrobo. Ball is sent long, and Essien under no pressure can recover. Ball to the feet of Sanjar. Back to Essien. Passes in between, just moving the defensive players around. Looks to go long for number 2, Page. Cleared away. Camas over the throw-in, goes infield looking for Page. Russell tries to track it down, cleared long. Filipovic's left-footed touch only allows Algarrobo to try to counter. Strong tackle there from Russell, gives away a foul, perhaps a bit cheaply, but has to be said, I do agree with that call. Looks like he got just enough contact on the body to justify a foul call. But again, a foul in a good area there, on the wrong side of midfield if you're from the Algarrobo perspective, so no real harm of a chance coming as Algarrobo plays short. Jonathan Camas quickly out to close down. Ball makes its way to the feet of Kurt. Big midfielder will look to drive forward, has Camas on the overlap, just niftily drags it back into the feet of Russell. Russell under pressure, turns away, finds Page. Ball looks like it ran out of play there. It will be a throw in for Malaga. So the 21's looking strong here in the opening 25 minutes. Kurt on the ball again. Infield for Putra. Putra will look to turn away from a few defenders, finds Camas. Page in space on the left-hand side, but a miscommunication between the two left-sided players leads to a throw-in for Algarrobo. Throw in for Algarrobo, recollected by Russell in the midfield. Possession kept through Essien. Sangare now, the French goalkeeper, will look to play, looking long, looks for Diego. Does well, finds his head. Rafa tracking in front, but cleared away. So assistant coach Charlie Malman there with a few instructions for goalkeeper Musa Sangare, saying it's 4 of the Algarrobo defenders against only 2 of the FCMC striker. So encouraging to play a bit shorter. Of course, with the numerical disadvantage, you never want to put your strikers in that position where they have to take on two defenders each. So wise words there from assistant coach Charlie Malman, of course, former PSG and France football legend, who we are fortunate enough to have coach here with us at the FC Malaga City Academy, giving those instructions to his compatriot Musa Sangare in the goal. Kurt in the midfield turns away from 2, finds Putra, 1-2 played, has Diego in space, lovely right-footed ball. Can Diego get on the end of it? He can. Will he cut back onto that left foot? Tries to, looks like ball ran out for a goal kick. So good interplay again in the midfield, this time Putra and Kurt combining, and that long ball for Diego just a bit too long. Underway quickly through the goalkeeper, Page and Rafa pressing. Algarrobo play out confidently. Long ball played down the line, eventually defended away by Filipovic. Algarrobo throw near the midfield line. Throw in taken, cut out by Sanjar. Putra will look to counter in the midfield now after intercepting the pass. Has Diego in behind, but the pass is blocked away. Putra recovers. Can he switch sides to Page? Does. Lovely turn of the shoulder there. Finds Page in loads of space. Looks to cut inside. Goes down under the challenge, but referee says no penalty. Looked light from our perspective as well. Page went down relatively easily there under not a lot of contact. Sanjar manages to get the ball to Filipovic. Filipovic to Diego. Possession kept through Sanjar, then through Russell, then through Kurt. Back to Russell. Play switch to Page. Putra. Camas now. So possession again being kept extremely well by FCMC under 21s here. Just in and out of the lines. Passes into the midfield, back out to the defenders. Really moving around this Algarrobo defense, who seems lost right now. Long ball from Filipovic. Finds Rafa. The strike. Ooh, just a missed hit there. Goes wide of the near post. But another chance created after a spell of what must have been 10 to 15 passes from Malaga there. Long ball behind from Filipovic. Rafa just missed that contact on it. Skewed off the inside of his foot. Didn't really hit it cleanly with the laces. Out for an Algarrobo goal kick, but incredibly positive signs here for Malaga, who are dominating this first half. Ball recollected by Page in a dangerous position. Kurt has Russell in space. Chooses to take his time to find a pass into a bit more space. Chooses to go to Sanjar. Sanjar to Filipovic. The right side of the defense working well here. Russell. Lovely little drop of the shoulder there from Kurt. Finds Essien. Kurt again plays that ball around the corner. That's Kemet Page. Slips behind for Ali Putra. The Malaysian finds the feet of Jonathan Kamas with space in front of him. Kamas will step in and have a shot from range. Flies over the bar, but a good half chance there for Jonathan Kamas, the left back, finding himself in an advantageous position. Cuts inside onto that dangerous right foot. And shot flies just over the bar. We'll have another look at it. There's the good first touch out of his feet from Kamas. Really set himself up for that shot. Chose to go towards the near post. Flies just over, but a good half chance created. Algarrobo cannot clear from their own end right now, but fortunately get a foul called for a handball on Page. But this high pressure from FCMC starting to tell. This pressure continuing to tell as well, despite only having a 1-goal advantage. Great communication coming out of the back as the long ball intercepted by Diego. Looks to carry forward, instead chooses to go infield to Kurt. The reverse ball for Diego, just too far. But Diego not too sure he anticipated that one. Kurt did incredibly well to turn out onto that left foot. Despite the ask of the coaches to turn, sprayed an incredibly dangerous ball down the right-hand side. Him and Diego just not on the same page. So Algarrobo struggles continue to get out. Big ball switch over the top. Here's Kemet Page. Kemet recollects to Kama, who finds himself in space again. This time chooses a clip ball into Kurt. Kurt turns onto the left foot, fires a shot, defended away, falls to the feet of Kemet. Kemet cuts towards the byline, intercepted. Sliding challenge from Kurt keeps the ball in the attacking third. Ball cleared away for an Algarrobo throw, and so more and more pressure coming for FCMC. Seems like the second goal will only be a matter of time now, especially with the struggles of Algarrobo to get out of their own end. Now the ball falls to Rafa near the edge of the area. Defended away by Algarrobo. Ball cleared long with the left foot to the feet of the winger. Kamas closes out quickly. Defensive work for Essien. Does well. Nice composed touch off the left foot to find Russell in the midfield. Has Diego to the right. Chooses to use him, but the ball intercepted. Long over the top. A chance for the home side to break now. Essien does well coming across defensively with the header away from pressure. Composes himself now. And look at that, just a smart decision. Doesn't clear down the line under a decent bit of pressure. Chooses just to go back to the feet of Musa Sangare. Sangare, good ball infield to Kurt, and then to Russell. So pressure quickly broken by Malaga there in just 2 passes. Kamas in acres of space on the left-hand side. Plays Page, who's even more space. Kemet Page drives towards the byline. Can he deliver a cross? Taken down from behind. Free kick for Malaga. Will he go quickly? No. Seems to just put his foot on the ball so we can have another look at that foul. So Kamas finds Page, drives along the number 26, who with no other options other than to let Page drive in the area, just cynically takes him down from behind. Would be a booking in a game, but now another dangerous set-piece attempt coming for Malaga. Putra and Diego over the ball. So the two that were involved in the goal over it now, looking to add another assist tally. Diego slowly walks away. Wouldn't be surprised if Putra plays him short. Let's see what Ali decides. Ball swung into the area towards the back post, and I'll tell you what, he hit the crossbar with it. Ball fired off the bar, so Ali Putra with the attempt to go for it. We'll have another look, but I do believe it hit the bar. So Diego walked away. Putra with the shot, and I'm going to say it hit the bar because it looks like it did. We'll have the wide-angle replay now. The close camera not on that one sharply. So Putra swings it in over the keeper. Tell you what, it hit right on the stanchion. So where the crossbar meets the post, Putra manages from an incredibly tight angle to have the bar just hit the edge of that. Wow, so a huge attempt there from Ali Putra. Deserved better with the quality of that. The in-swinging ball from an incredibly tight angle. Evaded the touch of the goalkeeper. Unfortunately for him, just grazes the post as it flies past. Ball out for an Malaga City goal kick. Sangare slowly take final 12 minutes of the half, just looking to take a bit of the sting out of the game. So Sangare chooses to go long now. Final few minutes of the half, not the worst decision. Kurt does well to recollect at the second attempt. Ball into the feet of Filipovic. Kurt wins it back under pressure, looking like a man against boys there in the midfield. Fortunately concedes a throw into Algarrobo, as the home side will make a few changes here. So of course, it being a friendly, both sides wanted to get as many players minutes as they can. So a triple substitution here for Algarrobo. Number 8, number 9, and the number 4 coming on. A few of the younger players look to be making way. So danger up top now. Looks like a few of the more experienced players may be coming in for this Algarrobo team. Here is that substitute number 9 immediately on the ball, taking on Sanjar down the far side. Ball swung into the area. Defensive work for Essien and Kamas to do. Ball falls to Sanjar, finds Kurt, and now Putra. Diego in behind. Putra spurs a lovely little ball down the right-hand channel. Just a bit too far out for an Algarrobo throw-in. Thrown on the far side for Algarrobo now. Player keeps advancing forward. The flicked header over Filipovic. Cut out by Sandra. Infield by Diego. Putra again tries to play the 1-2 ball. Cleared way up the pitch. Sangare's goal. And out for ultimately a goal kick. There is the French goalkeeper Moussa Sangare. Just seeing what he can do now. Algarrobo beginning to press a little higher. You can see that triangle. Sangare will try to clip the ball into Kamas. Does brilliantly there. What a ball that was from Moussa Sangare. Kamas tries to recollect at the third attempt, but Essien clears into Page. Page out jumps to number 8. Continues to drive forward with it. Takes on 1, takes on 2, taking on the 3rd and the 4th. Now gets around the 26, who cynically takes him down yet again. Bit of discomfort for Page on the ground there. Dumped to the turf rather unceremoniously by the number 26. We'll have another look. So Page got around 2, and number 26 takes a wild swing at the ball. Takes down the defender from Atlanta, Georgia, who is now quickly back to his feet, and another free kick chance for FCMC coming. The Algarrobo coach is quickly off the bench there just to move that ball back as Diego cheekily moved the ball closer to the penalty area. Well, it looks like he wanted to have a shot there. He still may. Let's see what he decides. Much to the amusement of the coaching staff, Diego did try to steal about 10 yards on the free kick. The referee moves it back to its position. Will be another right-footed ball swung in from the goal scorer. Swung in towards the near post. Doesn't beat the first man. Cleared away. Towards the edge of the area. Kemet Page will look to recollect. Cleared on the second attempt by Algarrobo over the head of Sanjar. Defensive work to do. Heads it back to Sangare. Recollects at the edge of his area. Gets us going underway quickly through Essien. Essien on the left-hand side. Kamas. Page now. This time the number 26 gets the better of him. Page with a little bit of a shove on him. Maybe a bit of retribution there. Infield from Kamas to Putra. Knocked down to the feet of Russell. Standard has just risen here from the home side, but the visiting FCMC side matching it step for step, continuing with their spell of good possession. Kamas over the top for Russell. First time ball in field, easily into the hands of the keeper. So FCMC now in the last 10 to 15 minutes just struggling to find that final ball to fashion a real chance. Long ball cut out first by Essien, and then by Essien again at the second bite of the cherry. Ball makes its way to the feet of Filipovic. His pass infield is intercepted. Cleared up by Algarrobo. Sandra with some defensive work to do here. The number 9 isolated with the far side. The shot comes in. Sangare parries and recollects at the second attempt. So sloppy play at the back there creates the chance for Algarrobo. We'll have another look. So Sandra found himself isolated. The shot came in. Sangare with a half catch, half parry. Tough one. There seems to be quite a bit of spin on the ball. Makes those very, very difficult to hold. But eventually the ball made its way into the arms of the French goalkeeper, who gathered gratefully. Kurt with the long ball for Rafa infield. Brilliant ball. Can Rafa get the clean strike away? He can with the left foot, but it flies just over that top corner area of the near post. We'll have another look, but what a ball that was from the midfielder Kurt. Just clipped in perfectly behind. Perfect pace on it. Unfortunately, Rafa can't direct his strike towards the target, but chances coming again for FCMC. Algarrobo's struggles continue. Kurt with a sliding challenge intercepts the back heel from Rafa. Finds the midfielder. Tries to swing in with the left foot. Corner for FCMC. Gabriel Prates in the comment. Let's go, boys. Gabriel, of course, of the FCMC, or not FCMC, the CDAC under-23 setup. Do believe he played yesterday in the friendly. So while you were watching the game in Estepona, the CDAC under-23 side took on a Danish team in Torox, running out 5-3 winners. So Gabriel, of course, playing in that game and now supporting his compatriot Brazilians and the entirety of the U21 side on this lovely Saturday morning. Now we have the corner from Diego, swung in towards the back post, this time too far, but the defender, not knowing what was behind him, puts it out for yet another corner. So the attackers hold station. There's that lovely little corner graphic again. 7-1 in corners to the FCMC under-21 side, as Diego will take the long run to the other side, this time to deliver. Ooh, will he go two-footed? Looks like he's over the ball with the left foot. So Diego playing the ball in with 2 feet now. This one hung up towards the back post. Keeper comes, misses it. The header off target. Camas recollects on the far side. As Algarrobo looked to break, ball over the top, and all of a sudden there's acres of space in the middle of the field. The Algarrobo striker is in here. Can Sangari make the save? No, he can't. Tucked into the bottom corner. A goal from absolutely nothing, just a lack of organization at the back for FCMC, who missed the header, and then on the counterattack, a lovely ball from the substitute number 9 is driven into the center of the park. Sanjar wrong-footed. The number 20 breaks forward and makes no mistake with that finish into the bottom corner. And despite the dominance of this FCMC under-21 side in the first half, the scores are level on the 42nd minute. So right on the stroke of half-time, Algarrobo managed to strike on a chance that came from absolutely nothing. A lightning counterattack from one side of the pitch to the next. And all of a sudden, it's 1-1. So despite the advantage in shots, corners, possessions, and every offensive statistic that we can find, Malaga find themselves level here. So FCMC need to come together now, just see it into halftime at 1-1, possibly try to find a second goal, but not much needs to be changed here. This side was dominating, and just a quick counterattack and a lack of organization at the back there seems to only be one defending against 2, so that's inexcusable if you are this FCMC under-21 side. Just a lack of organization coming from the goalkeeper, coming from the center backs. And it has to be said, coming from a bit of the coaching staff as well, that's something that has to be seen. And that's why you always want to keep your back line at +1, because if 2 defenders are back there, if the first defender misses it, the second one's there to clean up after and sweep it away. But lessons to be learned, of course, all around the pitch, and that's why we do play these friendly matches. So when the matches do come that count, we'll be ready for situations such as that. FCMC get us back underway. Into the feet of Rafa, Kurt, Putra, Diego on the right. Chooses to go short to Rafa. Diego slipped in behind here by the Brazilian. Can Diego gather at the second attempt? He can't, but does well to win a throw-in. So at halftime, do expect wholesale changes. 4 FCMC substitutes warming up in front of us now, with 3 more on the bench. So substitutes will be coming at halftime, of course, as we mentioned before, friendly matches, so we do want to get minutes for as many players as possible. Diego into the feet of Kurt. Kurt under pressure, turns away, has Diego, cuts onto the right foot, plays the ball into the area. Page just too late arriving. Russell will recollect in the midfield, gets it to Sanjar. Sanjar's right-footed ball evades Page, recollected by Algarrobo. Number 26 cuts inside. Backtracking Russell wins the ball. Here's the number 26. Great strength shown there by Kemet Page. Tries to turn away, but the number 26 does well. But Page ultimately wins a throw-in for FCMC. Final minute and a half, final 90 seconds, we'll say, of the first half. sees Kamas have a throw-in on the near side. Sporting the newest of the Nike boots, plays into Essien. Essien infield to Putra, back to Russell. Russell looking for Kurt, but cut out. Algarrobo tried to break, cut out by Sanjar, but his first time pass too far for Diego on the right-hand side. Possession kept by Algarrobo. Long ball over the top. No pressure. Sangari will collect with his feet. Sangari to Essien. Essien infield to Kurt. Referee just checking his watch. Sanjar plays infield to Rafa. Rafa keeps possession to Russell. Long ball looking for Page. Cleared away. And with that, the referee blows for halftime. So a dominant first half for FCMC, but unfortunately a late counterattack from Algarrobo have the scores level at halftime. There you can see the graphic. Diego scored the goal in the 15th minute before Algarrobo strike back in the 41st. I believe before we break for halftime, we'll have another look at that goal from Diego. We will indeed. So the Kamas throw in, found the feet of Putra. Putra with a lovely little sprayed long ball over the top. Diego brings down off the chest, feigns a few players, cuts infield, and rifles into the far corner before Algarrobo make it level, pegging on the 40th minute from an FCMC corner. The long ball over the top fools Sanjar. The number 20 breaks it in behind, tucks confidently into the bottom left corner. Nothing Sangari could do in the FCMC under 21 net. And that is how we find ourselves at halftime. So please stay with us and come back in just 15 minutes, and we will see you then.
Con él, con balón, a ese ritmo, poquito a poco. Hoy competencia, mucha confianza. Mucha confianza. 4, 5. Let's go. Yeah. 2, yeah. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, so we're in the UK. My first ever trip over to England, and I think it's been a success, to be honest. We're finishing up now our 4-day experience with a tour around Algarrobo. We brought the boys down here last night. They got to see a live Premier League game against Manchester United, and then we're now getting to see the stadium where the Manchester United players and Norwich players were playing last night. So, unbelievable experience. Yeah, I think, it's gone as well as it could have. We have to review it now, and you can always do better. But for a first hit out, I think we've done a sterling effort, and I can't thank the staff enough, from the media guys to Ryan, has been absolute. I think everyone's really dug in, and it shows kind of what this project's about, that it's not just the glitz and glamour, but we've got people that are really here for the cause and just to do the best for the players.
The best thing probably about the academy is just being able to meet different footballers from around the world and play against the big teams that you wouldn't get to in Australia.
The coaches here are absolutely amazing. They help me in everything, teach me the movements, the runs, the passes, what to do and what not to do, and to be honest, I've become such a better player since I've arrived.
If I had to describe football in one word, I would say magical. It's just a sport that I couldn't describe how much it means to me, and everything revolves around it, and it's just all I have, and it's all I'm going to have, and it's all I want to do for the rest of my life.
I would say life, because I feel like my life moves around football, and it's just, I'm always watching football, I'm always playing football, and I just always have it on my mind.
Probably a dream, God's given me the ability to play, so I'm enjoying it.
Welcome back here to Algarrobo after a brief 15 minutes, which was more like 5, as it is a friendly, so everyone wants to get us going back underway quickly. We do have 3 subs to bring you. along with a few more coming soon. But the 3 subs so far are wingers Kemet Page and Diego. Both take a seat, and coming on will be, I believe it is Osa and Albert coming on in the wing. And in the midfield, I believe it's the center back role. There's going to be a swap. It looks like Zhao, the number 22, is coming on. And it looks like, from what I can see now, Sanjar is coming off. So those are the 3 substitutions. It will be Osa, Albert, and Zhao coming on. Sanjar, Diego, and Kemet coming off. So, yeah, you can see Zhao taking up that center back role for Sanjar. And the 2 wingers are different now. So, back underway in the second half in Algarrobo. The sun just beginning to poke through the overcast clouds on the always sunny, sometimes cloudy Costa del Sol. Big 45 minutes ahead for FCMC, who were dominant in the first half, but find the scores level after a late first half equalizer from Algarrobo. So the midfield 3 stays the same with Kurt, Russell, and Ali Putra. Essien keeps his spot at center back there, challenging for the ball over the top with that left-footed clearance towards substitute winger Albert. Albert in field for Russell. Russell to Kamas, does well to bring down. Kamas to Albert, trips over the ball, manages to win it back, plays infield to Kurt. Kurt, lovely little fake pass forward, plays through to Russell. Play switch to Brazilian Zhao. Zhao with space, puts his foot on the ball, looks to keep possession, has Essien, chooses to go to Sangare. The Frenchman keeps his spot in goal as well. Sangare looks to go long towards Putra. Putra does well to bring down on the chest. Smallest player on the pitch, doing really well to win the ball in the air. Keeps possession through a combination of Kurt and Russell. No, not the actor. 2 players named, one named Kurt, one named Russell. Lovely little turn there by Albert on the far side. Cuts infield. Will he have a shot? Does take one and hits his own player, Rafa, in the box, who stays down. So a cannon of a shot there from Albert. Hits Rafa, defended away brilliantly. The problem was it was defended away by the FCMC center forward. So ball makes its way all the way back for a throw-in to Kamas. Keeps possession through Essien. He's under pressure here. Panics a bit, goes back to Kamas, brings down well. But Albert doesn't track back towards the ball. Algarrobo win possession in a dangerous area. Turns towards goal by the number 9. Chance here for the home side. Sangare quickly off his line to smother. So again, Sangare proving a high starting position, serving him well there. Quickly off his line before the striker can get a shot away. Zhao in field for Putra. Putra plays the ball de cara, or back to the Brazilian center half. Sangare goes long again this time, looking for Kamas, but finds out Albert in space. Albert on the far side cuts infield. Lovely long ball from Musa there. Looks to be a handball. Perfect angle on it over here from the commentary position. Handball on Algarrobo. Kurt gets us back underway quickly. Putra infield. Return pass too far for Kurt. Putra loses out on the second attempt. Ball played infield, steps forward and won by Zhao. Tangle legs in the center of the park. Sees Putra break free. Ball to Kurt. Albert on the outside. Ball played a bit behind him, but the winger will recollect. Kamas now cutting infield, looks to switch the play. Putra was making the run in behind. Defended away, recollected by Kurt on the far side. Kurt swings it in with the left foot, looking for Osa. His first touch will be to recollect on the edge of the box. 1-2 played with Filipovic. Step over, touched into the area. Wow, great feet there from Osa. Cuts it back towards the edge of the area. The shot, and it's in. It's Ali Putra. So he adds to his assist with a goal of his own. Some lovely play by Osa down the right-hand side. Cuts it back for Ali Putra. Gives a little wave to the camera. And the Malaysian makes it 2-1 in the 49th minute in Algarrobo. Brilliant play on the right wing by Osa. And Putra made no mistake with the finish. Let's have another look. 1-2 from Filipovic, a step over and a touch in behind Osa. First time ball cut towards the edge of the area. Wow, has to be said, composed finish from Putra there. Waves his arm in the air, just like those 1980s strikers always did. Finds the first teammate he can and celebrates. He knows where the cameras are. That man, Ali Putra. There is confirmation of that goal. So the FCMC veteran strikes for another goal to add to his assists so far today. And it's 2-1 to FCMC here. So the first half pressure continues into the second and ultimately makes its presence felt. 2-1 lead now for FCMC to defend as we head into the second half. Turned over there by Camas. Algarrobo looked to drive forward. Foul by Russell. Free kick for Algarrobo in a dangerous position. So always said that the most dangerous time to concede is right after you just scored. So FCMC need to stay disciplined here for these following 5 minutes. Of course, a goal for the home side now would just be an absolute gut punch after the joy of going ahead to immediately find themselves level pegging. This free kick has to be defended away. So right-footed taker over it. Danger could be of a shot here. Three-man wall setup. Goes for goal. Flies over the bar. Sangare watched it all the way. Had it covered. Did that jump just to make sure the ball wouldn't tip on him. Over the bar. Goal kick. So number 20 steps up over it. We'll have a look. Ball, clearly a shot. Sangare had it all the way. Over the bar. Nothing doing. Ball cleared long, one in the air by Ali Putra again. The diminutive Malaysian midfielder proving adept in the air. As Devin Sierra says, "Vamos lads." Devin Sierra watching from Almun. Of course, we saw Devin Sierra notch a goal for the FCMC under-23 side in their last match against Francisco Castellón. Now Filipovic plays down the line for Osa. Osa against two gets whistled just a bit overzealous there. Whistled for a foul on the near side. So sun beginning to brighten up proceedings here. Just as the cloud cover starts to break. Long ball from Algarrobo, one back by Kurt. Kurt brings it down. Referee whistles for a throw-in for Algarrobo. That touch from Kurt just took him out of play. Throw-in taken down the line. Headed over the top. Algarrobo keep possession. 1-2 played with the number 9. Of course, has the assist for that first goal. Throw-in for Algarrobo after a good defensive play there by Essien. Long throw-in coming from Algarrobo into the box, headed clear by the Canadian Filipovic. Brought down eventually to the feet of Kurt, but his clearance is skewed into the middle. Ultimately, the shot came in from Algarrobo and flies over the goal, but huge chance there for the home side after a defensive mistake from the ever-consistent Kurt. Bit of a strange one. Musa gets us going underway quickly through the winger Albert. He'll cut inside onto that dangerous right foot. Tries to shed a few challenges, ultimately gets fouled. So free kick for FCMC, about 50 yards from goal. Putra puts his hand on it. Looks to get us going quickly. But wisely, the Algarrobo player just stands right in front of it, prevents it from going short. Looks like Putra will try to put one into the box here. Kurt up, as well as Albert tucking infield. Let's see what Putra decides to do. Does go long towards the area. Putra, tell you what, he actually went for goal there. Flew over the ball, puts his hand up in what possibly is a feigned apology there. Ali Putra, have a feeling he might have taken a strike at goal there. Sees a weaker substitute keeper and thought, I fancy that. Ball went over the bar, out for an Algarrobo goal kick. Header won by Essien, brought down by Albert. But his first touch gets away from him. Algarrobo looked to go forward. Ball played infield. Dangerous chance here for the home side. Driving infield. Taken down by a combination of Essien and Russell. Free kick in yet another dangerous position for the home side. So set pieces need to be stopped here again for FCMC as we approach that 5-minute mark, that all-important 5-minute mark after a goal where both teams really begin to settle down and get their rhythm back into the match. But those 5 minutes after a goal are always fast and furious. So the number 20 over it again. He had a strike on the first attempt. So a few of his teammates weren't too pleased with him, as we have a child being shepherded off the pitch by a very attentive mother. Back to live pictures here. The number 20 over it. He'll go for goal again. Sangare goes to ground. Had it quite easily covered. Ball ultimately flew wide of the post, but we'll have another look. So after seeing Alvaro's son being dragged off the pitch, the free kick comes in. Sangare dove just to make sure he was there in case it bent back at the last second, but pretty comfortably wide. But very good from the Frenchman. Wasn't to be totally sure that it was wide. Kurt looks to drive forward. Referee whistles for a stoppage, saying Kurt just had a trailing arm catch the player in the face. A few more comments coming in. Anne-Marie McKenzie watching from Jamaica. Love what I am seeing. That is always good news. We got the stamp of approval from Anne-Marie. Ball over the top, looking for the striker. Defended away, only as far as Filipovic on the right-hand side. Corner for Algarrobo. Who else have we got in there? We've got Abhinav Andugula, I'm guessing that. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. Giving a thumbs up emoji. So great to have you with us as well. Let us know where you're watching from so we can give you the proper shout out. But while you do, we have a corner for Algarrobo to defend. So set piece is always dangerous here, especially in Spain. This one taken quickly. FCMC caught napping, but a sliding challenge there from Filipovic. Wins the ball back, but only as far as the winger, who tries to swing again. This time it's Putra who takes the hit, it looks like. It was that hooked clear up the pitch. That's actually number 3, Jonathan Kamas, who sacrificed his body there, put it on the line. Took a bit of a knock for his trouble, but got the block and then the clearance. So fortunately for us, Filipovic was alert to the short corner, did really well with the sliding challenge, just to prevent the simple ball being swung into the area. But a corner for Algarrobo in the attacking third. Number 6 over the ball, throws towards the middle of the pitch, recollected by Algarrobo on the edge of the area. Play goes backwards, allowing the FCMC defensive line just to gain a few yards out of their own area, under a bit of pressure here. Ball played down the line, recollected by Essien. Look to clear, does so with the left foot up the line. And Rafa finds himself in a bit of space here, attacking with a head of steam. Can he cut in onto that right foot? Tries to do so, but the number 5 read his mind. Rafa wins back on the second attempt. Putra infield. Kurt now with the left foot, has a shot from distance. And it's in! It finds its way into the bottom corner. So despite skipping just before the keeper, the big midfielder, number 12, Kurt, manages to shift the ball onto his left foot, takes a shot from 25 yards, and somehow it finds the bottom corner. Let's have another look. So Rafa a bit over-eager there to beat the defender. Drags it back. Ali Putra finds Kurt in field. And Kurt from range, perhaps a dipping shot. We can't really see it on the close-up replay. So the close-up replay missed it, but we'll get that wide-angle replay again so we can see that ball tuck itself into the bottom corner. But number 12, Kurt, manages to notch a goal. And FCMC now lead 3-1 in the 58th minute. And I do believe that's Ali Putra's second assist to go along with the goal. So Putra now with 2 assists and a goal to his name, having a man-of-the-match performance, is the midfielder. So ball infield, there's Kurt again on it, cuts it back, looking for the overlapping run of Osa. Cleared high. Player's scared to take the ball down out of the air. Takes a knock in the face. Putra continues playing, but quickly over to check on Kurt is the number 9. Algarrobo make the sportsman play there, give it back straight to FCMC after the injury to Kurt. Filipovic gets us back underway through Russell. 4 changes coming quickly for this FCMC side, but while we wait for them, Albert's on the far side. Infield looking for Kurt, but pass under, hit, and cut out. Essien steps confidently out of his center back position to win it, as Filipovic does the same from his right back role. Rafa does well to get the ball to Osa. Filipovic continues his run ahead of him. The underlap chooses to go instead to Kurt. Kurt drives to the left, has Filipovic still in space, now finds Filipovic, but looks like he was up for offsides, and now here come the substitutions. So we have number 9, I believe that's Emmanuel coming on for Rafa. We have number 9, number 16, that's Jack Atkas coming on. I believe number 6, Felix coming on as well. So we have Felix, Jack, and Mohammed coming on at striker. Coming off will be Rafa, Putra, and Kurt. So the striker Rafa and Putra with 2 assists and a goal to his name. Kurt, of course, the scorer of that 3rd goal that you just saw. Algarrobo have a chance here in behind them. Number 20 finds himself in space. Ball played infield. The shot comes in, saved by Sangare, and the follow-up flies over the bar. So huge chance coming from nothing again from Algarrobo. Just a lack of attention being paid at the back. Algarrobo quickly counter. A good big spread there from Musa Sangare to stifle the first attempt as the follow-up flew over the bar. The let-off there for FCMCs. Algarrobo had the chance to make it a 1-goal game.
Nick.
So there are confirmations of that subs. You see Felix there in your shot with that header clear. Ball makes its way over towards the commentary position. Will be recollected there by the Frenchman, Charlie Malman, thrown back into Algarrobo. The throw down the line. Defended away by a combination of João and Felix. So João and Felix, of course, not the Atletico Madrid winger who outjumped Harry Maguire to notch in the Champions League, but 2 different players, one named João, one named Felix. We've got that. It seems to be a bit of a trend today. We had Kurt and Russell in the midfield. Not the American actor, of course, but 2 players named Kurt and Russell. Now we have João and Felix, not the Atletico Madrid winger, but 2 separate players for our FCMC 21s, and now we have another side. So the second half of the Kurt-Russell tandem coming off, with now Russell being withdrawn for the number 24. Let's see if we can get a name on that. That's Malcolm coming on. So Malcolm enters the fray here with about half an hour to go. So ball over the top for the number 24. His touch evades him. Throw in for, looks like another substitution actually, one we missed. Adam has come on for Jonathan Camas on the far side. So we've got about 7 changes to report, 7 or 8 changes made now. So there's Adam on the ball pointing to himself there. Adam on the number 14, Camas off. And I believe that may just about do it for the substitutions today. Possibly 2 more being readied, but the substitution line has dwindled. So throwing for Algarrobo, defended well by Adam. Algarrobo will do it again on the throw-in. Over the head, Essien, one of the few remaining starters, defends there and wins a goal kick for FCMC. So at 3-1 up here, FCMC just need to be secure at the back. You don't want Algarrobo to notch another goal and then all of a sudden have their tails up looking for a third and an equalizer. Sangare doing just that, sends the troops forward with a long ball looking for Albert. His flicked header, searching for Muhammad. So Osa has switched sides with Felix. Felix dropping into his natural right wing position. Number 20 breaks in behind here. Musa off his line. Does well with his feet to clear right near the edge of the area. Sends Muhammad along to chase. Header defended wide. Cleared out for a FCMC throw-in. Felix over to take. Filipovic trots up. Felix will take the throw in, though. Looks infield for Malcolm. Malcolm tries to turn away from pressure and does so. Switch of play into the midfield. Defended only as far as Adam on the far side. His right-footed ball will go out for a goal kick. A few more comments to see. Anne-Marie McKenzie, great shot. Kurt, we can double the score. Yes, we can indeed. Andrew Meza, Ali Putra, MOTM performance. Andrew Meza, the CDAC senior player, asking for Ali Putra to be crowned man of the match. Has to be said, Mays, that we do agree from here. a goal and 2 assists. Ali Pucher's been fantastic today, really pulling the strings in that number 10 role that he's so adept at. So huge performance for Ali Pucher today on this Saturday morning.
Well done, Malcolm.
Malcolm keeps the ball through Zhao. Zhao drives forward with numbers, chooses to go infield looking for Muhammad. His touch only as far as Jack Atkis. Recollects, he slips Muhammad in behind. Can he have a shot here? He does have a shot. Oh, and a brilliant save by the keeper. Muhammad ripped a shot there, and the keeper does brilliantly with 2 hands just to find it over the bar. Wow, let's have another look. Brilliant, incisive play there. Zhao infield looking for Muhammad. His first touch off his knee. Jack, the Canadian, recollects, slips Muhammad in behind, does well to track it down. The keeper showing a huge amount of the near post, does well to dive back towards it and parry away for a corner. Corner taken quickly. 1-2 played with Jack, back to Albert. The left-footed ball swung into the area. Flicked clear by Algarrobo, only as far as ultimately Adam near the edge of the area, but a foul on number 26, Osa, gives FCMC a free kick in a dangerous position, and I'm sure there will be a queue of players wanting to take this. So we'll have another look at the foul. Osa cut inside and was taken down, and there is a cluster of about 4 FCMC players who want to take this free kick. Looks like Osa will pick himself up and look to have a strike at goal. 3 over it. Albert and Osa seem to be in some discussion over who's going to take it, but instead we're focusing on the shot of the pole for whatever reason. So a strange one here. Now Albert sets the ball down. So right behind the unfortunate light stanchion. Osa walks away, so Albert looks to have won the discussion of who's going to take the free kick. It doesn't seem like Osa's too upset about it, but you've seen those players argue for it before. I remember a scene in MLS against my New York Red Bulls where 2 players from Toronto FC, it was Sebastian Giovinco versus Jermaine Defoe. Defoe ultimately picked it up and scored. Let's see what Albert can do. He takes a shot right into the wall, gets it back, cuts inside again, plays to Jack, who loses out. So the ball cleared up. Defensive work for Essien to do. Does really well. Composed turn away from pressure. Albert looks for Malcolm. Malcolm will recollect. He's under pressure, though. Does well just to keep the ball. Eventually loses out. Sangare will need to be quick off his line here. Dives right at the feet of the striker. Again, Musa Sangare doing really well to come off his line quickly and just smother yet another attack. Plays quickly, relatively inexplicably. Algarrobo looks to come forward. Possession kept by the center half. Felix with some backtracking to do. Muhammad comes close. Ball ultimately fought for in the midfield. One back by Malcolm. Lovely little backheel flick to Felix. Has Osa and Albert infield. Finds the feet of Albert on the far side. Now slips ball off the route to Osa. Referee has the flag up for offsides. We'll have another look. Let's see. So great switch of play there from Felix to find the space that was available on the pitch. And let's see what that defensive line did. That ball in behind looks like he just drifted about a yard offsides. So good call from the referee as we approach the final 20 minutes here in Algarrobo. Switch of play. Felix with pressure. Ooh, just misses with that outstretched left leg. Algarrobo looks to break forward. Zhao does really well just to drop the shoulder. Sangare in space if he chooses to use him. Musa does really well with the first time right-footed clearance. Battled for it in the air. Sangare will ultimately let it roll out for a goal kick. Emily Manduku sending a whole host of emojis, including the thumbs up, the clapping, and the perfect hands. So Emily clearly enjoying the action here today on this lovely Saturday morning in Algarrobo in the sunny as always Spain. Sangare showing a real confidence with his feet, but Jack gives it away. The shot comes from range. Ooh, flies just over the bar. So a defensive mistake fashioning a chance for Algarrobo here. We'll have another look. So the pass from Zhao, and Jack ultimately finds it, but his return ball, whew, tell you what, closer than we thought. All of a sudden, Algarrobo have their tails up now, back on the attack. Some good backtracking by Adam. Wins the ball into the feet of Osa. Albert in space, turns, has Felix over the top, chooses instead to go short to Jack. Filipovic on the right-hand side, chooses to find him. Bit of a miscommunication there, but the ball falls to Felix. Mohammed in the center of the park. Felix looks like he took a shot there. Despite having loads of space down the right-hand side, he looked to cut infield and have a shot. It's a bit of an interesting one. The throw-in taken quickly to Jack, but his first-time pass runs out of play for an Algarrobo throw-in. So Filipovic as well on the right-hand side, one of those few playing 90 minutes today. There's Jack. Filipovic recollects. Combination of him and Felix win the ball away. Felix drives forward and looks like he had a shot almost. Blocked away. Referee now whistles for a free kick down the right-hand side after a foul on Felix. Jordan giving some compliments there in the chat to Albert. As now FCMC have a dangerous free kick. Malcolm over it, and all but one FCMC outfield player in the box. Essien stays back, but remember, this is where we got punished last time. So Filipovic drops back just to prevent the counterattack. So FCMC clearly showing they've learned from that first half concession. Malcolm over the ball now in an incredibly dangerous area. FCMC numbers pack the box. Ball swung out away towards the keeper. It's in the area. Oh, just missed by Muhammad there. Out for an Algarrobo goal kick as FCMC will make their final sub of the day. So coming on is number 17. That is a different alley. And coming off is the number 5, Nick Filipovic. So the Canadian right back proving he's just as good on the pitch as he is off it with a starring performance here for 70 minutes in Algarrobo. So Ali on immediately thrusts into action but loses out on the header to the winger. Adam steps infield, tries to find Albert in the middle. Good attacking play by Algarrobo. Ball played over the head of Ali. Sangare quickly off his line, taking control, claiming at his hands. We've got a few more comments rolling in now. Anthony Jacane, Albert, my man. A lot of support for Albert. Everybody wanting Albert to get on the score sheet. Musa under pressure now does well to dink over the head of the onrushing striker. Malcolm with work to do in the center of the park. Ultimately does really well, but his touch just gets too far. Ultimately makes its way to Albert. And now Malcolm can break forward, plays Felix down the right channel. Felix will look to reconnect. Does so, but can't keep possession, loses out under a good bit of pressure to be said, but does win it back. Algarrobo eventually clear. Zhao steps forward, confident header down, but too far for Atkins. Ball played over the head of Essien. Defensive work to do here. Oh, he gets a step on him, gets taken down, and it looks like we'll be lucky to escape with just a free kick and not a penalty kick. But what could be a dangerous chance here. There's the long ball over the top. Seeing that contact, fortunately, outside of the area. So it'll be a free kick for Algarrobo. Have to say, in a match that very well could have been read. So there's a few afters going on after the play. Sangare taking exception to getting the ball slapped out of his hand. But the more immediate problem now is this coming free kick from Algarrobo. We've already seen number 20 take a few strikes a goal from a bit further out. This one very close to the edge of the area, so difficult to get it up and down. The goalkeeper needs to make sure that they stay consistent on their side and not try to go early for that ball over the wall. So this is where setting up your wall is incredibly important. A four-man wall. Sangare didn't look like he was in great position there, but fortunate the shot went over and out with no trouble. But we'll have another look. So Sangare set his wall and set eventually. Don't totally love the positioning there, but hey, no goal, so no harm, no foul. As a goalkeeper, you always say you knew what you were doing. Just like when a shot hit the post, you always say, I had my angles right, knew where my post was, wasn't even worried. Sangare, so we'll call it as that. We'll say Musa knew where his goal was, he knew where his wall was. Ultimately, nothing doing. Osa down the right-hand side, looks to cut infield, defended away, throw in for FCMC. Adam over the ball. Anthony wanting another goal for Albert. Ball played long up the field. Defensive work for Zhao to do. Headed down only as far as Malcolm. Mohammed gets a touch out to the wing to Adam. Malcolm now. Looks to cut infield. Recollected by Albert. Now Ali turns away from pressure, but his touch just too big. Now he needs to work back behind the ball.
Well done, Felix. Well done. Run on his
Ball played towards out. The game just starting to get a bit stretched now. Number 20 on the overlap. Ali goes to ground, misses. Cut inside from the striker. Lovely little nutmeg there. Squares towards the edge of the area. What a tackle that was from Essie. And the shot comes in from the number 9 near the edge of the area. Far away from goal, but what a tackle. Goal-saving challenge there from number 4, Essie. One of, if not the only player to be playing 90 minutes today, other than the goalkeeper, comes up with a huge sliding challenge right before Algarrobo can fashion a chance. The number 20 cut inside. Lovely little nutmeg of Ali there. Cuts it back, and the outstretched leg from Essien does wonders there as a player was steaming in near the edge of the area to tuck it away. Jordan's more support for Albert coming into the chat. If Albert scores, the chat will explode. Headed clear by Adam. So let's keep our eye on the number 25 for FCMC. Seems to have drifted into that number 10 role, but the game getting stretched now as FCMC struggle to regain possession in important areas. Cleared away. Malaga throw. Anthony asking if we saw the pass. Dangerous man, Albert. Yes, we did indeed. We're keeping our eye on the FCMC number 25. Now we'll give a rolling play-by-play of just every action he does. Looks to get on the ball in the center of the park, but Malcolm chooses to go instead to Osa. His ball back recollected by Adam. Adam with a big switch of play looking for Felix. Over the head of Felix, who continues the press. Ball hooked clear by Algarrobo. FCMC throw-in. FCMC just looking to get their feet back on the ball here. Have become stretched in the last few minutes. Here's Jack. There's that man, Albert. Takes a touch inside. Tries to get away from the second one. Ultimately goes down and was fouled in the process. So Albert wins the foul. Free kick for FCMC. Malcolm over the free kick now.
Stop talking. You man marking who is? Who is you man marking? And what do you need? That's it.
Malcolm over the free kick as head coach Alvaro Arias instructs the defense behind the ball between Adam and Essien. But Malcolm with the free kick, he's going for goal here, flies over the bar, so no real threat. But Alvaro Arias really focused on the play behind, on the players behind the ball, as we'll have a look at that free kick from Malcolm. He's over it, takes a shot from range, never troubling the goalkeeper, never left the ground. Out for a goal kick. A few more comments coming in for Albert. Albert Chuea and Albert, my young boy. Huge support for the number 25 here. Any information we could get about him, we'll gladly share it to you. So if you've got some information on Albert, please let us know. Osa looks to break forward. The ball is ultimately cleared on the far side. Algarrobo player cuts infield. Zhao mistimes his header. The number 9's in behind here. Plays wide to the number 20. Defensive work for substitute Ali to do. Sliding challenge wins it away from the number 20 as Felix looks to break forward. Ali continues his run on the right-hand side. Has Muhammad in space ahead of him. Chooses to play Muhammad, who had certainly drifted into an offsides position there. You could see it almost from a mile away. Even on our wide-angle camera there, you could see that the big Brazilian striker had drifted into an offsides position. Should we see just how far he drifted? Let's. So there's that sliding challenge from Ali at the back, but live shots here. Essien with defensive work to do, ultimately clears it. As the ball from Ali, Muhammad quite a few yards offsides there. As while we were watching those replays, a corner for Algarrobo has been won. There is a replay of that defensive work by Essien, who managed to hook it out. Just chose to take the safe option there, out for an Algarrobo corner. So despite all the FCMC pressure and chances, it's still only 3-1. A goal here from Algarrobo could change the tide of the game. Ball swung into the area, bounces in the box. Ultimately ushered, cleared by a combination of Osa and Albert. Albert looks to take the player on 1v1, gets past one. Number streaming forward for FCMC here. Can Albert find a switch of play? Cuts back. Surely he must switch it now. Oh, he does brilliantly to find Jack on the switch. Oh, but headed just clear before he could get to him. Recollected in the attacking third by Ali. Drives forward, has Muhammad, cuts towards the right foot. Jack recollects. The Canadian midfielder now will look to find the pass in behind. Jack continues on his own, cuts infield, finds Muhammad, tees it up for himself. The shot, over the bar, out for a goal kick, but good transition play again from FCMC from defense all the way to attack, fashioning yet another half chance. We'll have a look. There's Ali on the recollection, cuts to his right, ultimately loses out, but Jack, the number 16, picks it up, drives infield, gets around the number 12, chips the ball into the feet of Muhammad, whose first touch popped it up in the air, tried to swing and find that volley, but unfortunately the ball skews off the outside of his foot and up over the bar. Number 9 gives a salute to the camera. Not sure who he's waving at, but hopefully they got that wave. Got some comments going into easy for my man Albert and Malcolm, the midfield maestro. So lots of support today coming for a few of the substitutes for FCMC. Mohammed picks it up, plays wide, but pass under hit to Osa. Chance for Algarrobo to break now. Ball in field. Slipped in behind. Can the player get it out of his feet? Does well to turn. Seems to be asking the referee for a foul as he was dragged down. Referee says nothing doing. Mohammed will look to dribble clear and concedes the throw in to Algarrobo. Algarrobo go quickly. SCM with defensive work to do now. Does well to shield the ball. Can he shield it out for a goal kick? Ball stays in play, actually, and onto the near side. Albert picks it up in the middle of the park. Only has Mohammed ahead of him. Lovely little nutmeg pass there, but cut out before it can get to Felix. Overlapping run, intercepted by Jack. Jack can play Felix in behind, but the pass is hit just too hard. Algarrobo maintain possession through the keeper. Mohammed pressing. Keeper does well to split the two attackers, but the touch from the Algarrobo player only finds its way to the feet of Felix. Malcolm from range, shot deflected. Jack looks to break in behind here, but it'll be a corner for FCMC. Anthony saying they can't touch that man. Albert in the middle of the field. I would love to see Albert get a goal right now. I just think the chat would explode. Is the corner statistic graphic coming up again? Lovely work, of course, by the director-producer, Mark Bridle, popping up the statistics for you. Looks like number 25, Albert, will be over the ball for the corner. Has Jack short if he chooses to use him. Looks like he'll go towards the box instead. Corner taken low towards the edge of the area. Actually made its way to the feet of number 6. I believe that was Felix, whose first time shot flew over the bar. Possibly a bit of a training ground move there. So we'll see the corner there taken. It's a tough ball for Felix to cover there. Bouncing just before it got to him. Couldn't do much more than to pop it over the ball. Did well to get contact on it at all. High pressure from Felix ultimately wins a throw-in for FCMC. Who will look to go quickly through Jack. Jack under pressure. Number 14 shields out for a goal kick. Algarrobo go long as we tick towards the final 10 minutes of play here. Adam on the far side will get us going quickly through Essien. Adam infield to Albert. Albert tries to turn away from 2. Takes a knock from behind. Free kick for FCMC. The Brazilian center back, João, on the ball. Looks for the feet of Felix. Pass cut out. FCMC throw. Has Mohammed in behind if he can find him quickly. Chooses instead to go short. Still with Mohammed in space. Now he chooses to use him. Mohammed knocks it down with the head. Back to Ali. Ali's flicked header trying to find Jack. The number 17 does well to recollect. Felix now gets the right toe on the ball. Mohammed in behind. Let's see what the big man can do. Ball touched away from him, but does well to win a throw. Sporting the Edgar David style goggles is the striker Muhammad. Felix to take the throw on the near side. Albert checks towards the ball, chooses instead to go to Malcolm. Muhammad tries to swing into the area, ball parried wide for a corner. Corner coming here for FCMC, the 10th corner of the day so far as FCMC continue their domination in the second half. Only the one chance being created from that FCMC defensive mistake from Jack in the midfield. But now the Canadian with the chance to atone for it over the corner to take. Ball to the edge of the area. The header, Malcolm rises highest. Oh, and heads just off the top of the bar. Really great leap there from the FCMC number 24, but unfortunately just mistimed. Couldn't crease that neck just enough, but a really good header. Under some pressure, too. Glances off the top of the crossbar. Algarrobo go long. Zhao mistimes it, but Essien recollects. Ali now looks to play infield for Zhao. Essien over the ball. Bounces in the center of the park. Algarrobo recollect. Play long down the right-hand side, flicked behind, cut out by Essien, the number 4, and then hooked clear by the center half himself. Mohammed can chase here. Does well to take the touch off his head, back towards the keeper, and the bounce. Oh, and it's in. Wow, so a moment of, has to be said, farce here in Algarrobo as the header back from the center back bounces before it reaches to the keeper and then bounces over the keeper's head as it's 4-1 here in Algarrobo. So we'll have another look at that. So the ball bounces. Mohammed does well to press. Ball ultimately cleared back towards the keeper, and the bounce, oh, he's just mistimed it. Maybe a bit of a weird bounce off the surface, and the ball finds its way into the back of the net. It looks like Mohammed will claim it with a bit of a celebration. And all of a sudden, it's 4-1 here after a moment of horror for the goalkeeper. Mohammed will take credit for it, but not sure who the official statistician will give it to. But either way, one of the crazier goals I've ever seen. Algarrobo looks to come forwards now. A bit of space for the 21, swung in towards the area. Won by Adam, who will look to clear further up the pitch. Number 21 recollects for Algarrobo. Switch of play. Essien does well to step out of the center back role. Now Osa on the far side. Ball kept in play by Algarrobo. Drive forward. Slipped into the right channel. Defensive work for Essien to do now. Ball chipped into the area. Sangaria will come off his line to claim in front of the attacker. Cramp on the far side for the Algarrobo player. That's what you see in the bottom left corner of your screen right there. Adam just stands on the ball to make sure the player's okay. And now play will continue. Ultimately won back by Algarrobo as we check on the status of the player on the bottom left of your screen who is limping off. Final 5 minutes of play here in Algarrobo as this game is just about done and dusted. A lot of the sting has been taken out of it with that 4th goal from FCMC. Really puts the game to bed. So just a matter of formality here to see out the final few minutes. FCMC needs to stay composed, sharp at the back. Don't want to concede again. Of course, the clean sheet already done as the wind picks up there. Just a loud door banging closed behind us as we are into the final 3 minutes of play. Didn't have the best close camera look there. But we are back now. She has managed to find the ball. Bright yellow ball on the big green pitch. We go long over the top. And all of a sudden the player found himself in space. I think he was surprised at how much space he saw. No one tracked him. Sangare was a spectator there, but the player could not turn away towards goal. And out for a goal kick. Sangare gets us underway quickly. Ball back at the Frenchman's feet. Looks to go long, but the pass is intercepted by Algarrobo near the edge of the area. Fought far on the far side. Ultimately won back by Osa. Plays in field for Jack. Jack infield for Malcolm. Has Osa on the left side. Albert in front of him. Malcolm chooses to go himself. Sheds one tackle. Looks to cut onto his right. Will he have a shot from range? He will. Oh, and he finds the bottom corner. What a goal that was from Malcolm. Took on 2 or 3 players in the center of the park and makes it 5-1 in the 89th minute. Muted celebrations from the number 24, but wow, what a goal that was. One of the best ones we've seen today. drove through 3 or 4 players in the center of the park before tucking confidently into the bottom left corner. We'll have another look. So Malcolm picks the ball up around the midfield line, jinks past the number 5, cuts infield, and then rifles a shot into the bottom corner and makes the score 5-1. So a brilliant run from his own end, drives confidently to about 18 yards from goal, fires into the bottom corner, and makes it 5-1. So a win coming here for the FCMC under-21 side after a tough performance against Villanueva del Rosario last week. A lovely feat there from Jack. FCMC will find themselves coming out the victors today in Algarrobo. Into the final minute of play, Algarrobo go in behind now. Essien clears with the right foot. Hooked up the pitch again. Head coach Alvaro Arias will be delighted with this performance, a really commanding performance from this under-21 side. Have put their foot on the ball from minute 1, dominated all the meaningful stats, possession and shots on target, and most importantly, dominated the goal statistic as well. Another comment, needs to get the ball to Malcolm more often. He has great feet and is a beautiful passer of the ball, and as we just saw, Malcolm is apparently a beautiful striker of the ball as well. With that lovely finish into the bottom corner. So Malcolm really making his presence felt despite being a substitute, has popped up with a goal and been dominant in the midfield, really spraying the ball from side to side. So great show of himself from Malcolm as we are into added time here. Intercepted by that man, Malcolm. Ultimately pressed higher by Albert. There's Malcolm stepping forwards again. Him and Osa ultimately finds the ball to Osa. Oh, he just can't get around the outstretched leg of the number 4. Cleared on the far side by Algarrobo, and that will be the final action here on what is said to be a fantastic morning for the FCMC under-21 side, who run out 5-1 victors against a young Algarrobo side. So there is confirmation of that full-time score as we can see the players shaking hands with the referee, everyone in between. So really, really good performance from the FCMC under-21 side. Head coach Alvaro Arias and assistant coach Charlie Malman will be delighted with how their team fared. Ali Pucher, for me, has to be said as man of the match. 2 assists and a goal to his name, all in about 60 minutes of work. So really good performance from the Malaysian midfielder, but good performances all around here. Substitutes got some very important minutes. Kemet Page, great in the first half. Diego popped up with the first goal before a combination of Felix. And who else scored in the second half? Felix, we had that own goal in the second half. And we had Ali Pucher in the second half as well. Put the game to bed. So thank you very, very much for tuning in today. Keep your eyes peeled to our social media for streams tomorrow. I do believe we have the FCMC seniors in a home match against La Cañada, of course, as they continue their quest for promotion. And we do have the under-18s in a 3-team tournament coming at you live from Nerja tomorrow. So stay tuned for all the times that you need to know. And until then, good night.